Hey guys, it's me again, and today I'm going to be doing a experience with my tongue ring. So the first thing I wanted to let you guys know is when they say these things migrate, they're not kidding. I got mine pierced like a lot further back on my tongue, and I've only had it for like 3 months now, and it's already shifted probably a good amount. You can cut that part out. So the next thing I want to tell you about tongue rings is it really doesn't hurt as bad as you think it's going to. So if you're thinking about it, I'm not encouraging it, but if you're thinking about it, it really doesn't hurt as bad as your mind is telling you it does. When I got mine done, it hurt for probably a solid 3 days, and then it was better. It kind of just felt like you bit your tongue. It makes sense, right? You got a needle put through your tongue. And then the next thing I'd like to tell you guys about my tongue ring is that it's actually a really easy piercing to heal. I know when you first start looking into it, there's a lot of risk of infections and stuff like that. I never once had a problem with any of it. So then we're going to move on to my story of my tongue ring. So I got my tongue ring done in the first part of February. It took probably a good 2 weeks to heal up. I changed my tongue ring out a little early, if we're going to be honest here, because I didn't like how long the original barbell was, because when they pierce your tongue, it's like this huge ring. Watch, I'll show you. So here's the tongue ring that they pierce you with, compared to one that you put in yourself. Now, it doesn't look like a big difference, but when it's in your mouth, it is a humongous difference to the way you can talk, the way you can eat. Just overall, it feels completely different to get the shorter bar in there. I do have to say, though, that the balls on top being bigger were a little bit of a challenge for me, just because it was different having such a foreign object in my mouth. But overall, I really liked my tongue ring. And then I'd like to tell you about the story about how I got my tongue ring in the first place. It was basically just, I felt like doing it one day. I had the money in my banking account, and so I live in a rural area, like I explained in my last video, that I basically live in the middle of nowhere. So I literally drove one evening, just out of the blue, 2.5 hours to go get my tongue pierced. Now I know what you're thinking, that sounds crazy and a little drastic. As you get to know me, you'll kind of get to see that's just how I am. It was really cool though, because once we got over there, the place was a really nice shop. I would recommend it to literally anybody. It was the Burley Fish Parlor over in Flagstaff, and it was a really nice place. They did a really awesome job. And then the afterwards of it, like the taking care of it part of it, is really simple. You brush your teeth morning, evening, dentists tell you to do that, so that's easy. Then after you eat or drink anything, literally anything that is not water, you rinse your mouth out with alcohol-free mouthwash. I did this religiously, and I think that's why I was so lucky to not have an infection in my tongue. And then for the last part of my video, now that I've walked you through pretty much my experience of getting it, how I took care of it, what it felt like, I would like to show you guys my tongue rings. It's a pretty good collection, not a whole lot. I keep them in here just because I don't have any cool place to store them. So, can you turn the camera down on it? So that's basically my tongue ring collection. I have a couple of clear ones that I didn't include, like just retainers for like when you have to go somewhere more professional or to like a job interview or something. Because as you all know, tongue piercings have a pretty bad rap. A lot of like sexual orientation with it and stuff. That's not why I got mine. I got mine as a liberation, just to kind of say, hey, this is my body and I can do what I want with it. It's always something I've wanted and wanted to try. And overall, I would do it again if I had the opportunity. So this is the conclusion of my video. I give my tongue ring a 10 out of 10 if you're wondering. And we'll see you guys next time. Love and peace to all.